of Cocktails and Conversations, and today Kimon made the cocktail, so she's going to tell you guys what's in it.
Okay, so this is pretty much what I like to call a refreshing watermelon cocktail. So there's not just watermelon in it, but there's frozen raspberries, frozen blackberries, and frozen strawberries with a hint of Hennessy VSOP and watermelon juice.
It's good.
Is it refreshing? Is it supposed to refresh you?
I was actually just about to say it actually is kind of refreshing.
So this week's topic is actually a suggested topic from one of our viewers, and it's how to get away with murder. And it's how to deal with a heartbreak. So we're gonna be talking about our top 3 ways that we would implement to get over a dreadful heartbreak. And Alisha's gonna start. You see me flipping my hair because I have hair. By the way, guys, see my hair is purple now? Like, yes, I'm having like this Justine Sky whatever situation. Anyway, Alisha's gonna start with her 3.
One of the best ways to get over a heartbreak is to get productive. Not busy, productive. So all I mean is that, you know, a lot of times when you get into a relationship, you kind of lose yourself to that person, as in you don't do as many of your hobbies that you used to do and stuff like that. So now's the time to get back to you, get back into your hobbies, maybe something you've always wanted to try and you've never done, and like, you know, just really focus on yourself, on building yourself up. Make sure that every moment of every day is spent working towards one or how many ever goals that you have. Keeping busy will keep your mind off of that ex-person that you have.
And that actually leads me to my first one, which is very, very similar but not exactly the same. It's to find your grind and grind. And if that sounds perverted, then you're a pervert, and that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, you need to find your grind. I mean, of course, if you have a 9-to-5 job, that's fine, but that may not be your grind. There's things that people grind for outside of like their job or whatever that they kind of neglect when they're in a relationship because one, maybe there's no support from them, or 2, it's just you give so much time and effort to that person that you kind of put your own dreams and stuff on the backboard, and you really need to find out what it is. There's always some other grind. Find your grind and stick to it. So whether it be that you want to start a YouTube channel or you want to pick up fishing or something, find out what the grind is. It could be a hobby or it could be something that's very professional. Just find out what the grind is. Take some time to do some soul searching, find the grind, and then grind. Just do what you gotta do to get to this thing, and that's it.
So another good way to get over a heartbreak is to unfollow your ex on all your social media platforms. Notice I said unfollow, not block. I feel like blocking the person is, one, a little bit petty, and 2, I mean, if you're gonna be out here being productive and flourishing and whatnot, like, you need that person to see that you're flourishing. And if you block them, they can't see that. You need them to see
what makes you think they're gonna be checking?
Nah, they need to see what they're missing out on. So
they may not be checking for you though. Just saying.
Let me tell you something, okay? They always come back. Remember, Alisha said that they always come back. Either they're coming back for good or they're just curious. Either way, they coming back. So you want to make sure that your shit is not blocked. They be lurking. Probably watching this video.
Whoa! All right.
So you unfollow, but don't block them, okay? Honestly, but unfollowing them just allows you to heal, because, you know, you're not seeing their constant status updates or pictures all in your face when you don't really want to see it.
Right.
So seeing them pop up in your feed is like just the worst when you're trying to get over someone. So it's better to just unfollow them, just so you just don't have to see that. No hard feelings. It's just for your comfort.
And speaking from personal experiences, it's like that person might still be your friend, because honestly, all breakups are not created equal. You might still be cool with them, but in my opinion, even if you want to be cool with this person or have a friendship with that person, there needs to be a period in between you actually doing that. Like, you need to get over the relationship part first and then start the friendship. Not go from relationship to friendship in 1 second, because it's just not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
So take that period. You can follow them, whatever, because you're gonna have that urge to see this stuff. Like,
yeah, you're gonna want to
see it.
Yeah,
but you gotta just get your mind off.
Stay strong, man.
Vivi. Well, this is probably the most important one, honestly, but you need to become obsessed with yourself. And I don't mean to become self-centered, because of course no one needs to do that. But you really need to become obsessed with yourself, and by that I mean you need to love yourself, and you need to figure out how to enjoy your own company. If you can't do that, you're never gonna get over the person, because 9 times out of 10, you probably used to spend mad time with this person, do everything with that person, sleep with that person at night, like everything. So now it's like you're by yourself. You're gonna feel lonely, and you're gonna need to be content with yourself. I wouldn't say just find somebody else to occupy the person that used to be there, but you need to legit become friends with yourself. Have conversations with yourself. Like, just become obsessed. Everything that has to do with you, like everything that has to do with Kimone, I'm gonna do it. Whether it's my own self-upkeep or my own productivity, like whatever it is, just become obsessed with doing it for yourself, because you want to be a better you.
Right.
And once you're obsessed with yourself, like nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. Like nobody can tell you nothing. This one is so important because I've been there at a point where like I felt like I didn't even know myself to that degree. And when you spend more time with yourself and really get to know yourself, know your weaknesses, your strengths, and all that, like you feel better. And then you'll just be able to do things by yourself more and not be so bothered by a breakup.
Or like dependent on someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so it's really important to do that.
I think that getting active is a really good way to also help you get over a breakup, in the fact that it helps to relieve some of your emotional buildup. So I'm not a fan of violence. I don't support violence, people. But working out helps to get your anger out. Like,
facts.
If you're on the treadmill and you're running, you're thinking about what this fuckboy did to you or whatever, you know, you going in on this mile, like you going in, you know what I'm saying?
You going in on that leg press.
Yeah. Or you'd be like me and take up boxing and imagine that you're punching the shit out of him. And then that always gives you a great workout. And then you lose weight, have the revenge body, you know, all that shit going on.
And trust me, that revenge glow up, I'm telling you, it's lit. Like, when you glow up after that fuckboy,
yep. Like,
there's no glow like that. Like, there's legit no glow like the post fuckboy glow up. I'm gonna tell you about the post fuckboy glow up. Yes, so she's right. Like, go to the gym, go box.
Getting active, working out, it's good to get your energy levels up, get your emotions out, or at least make them more positive. And you overall will feel better about yourself mentally, physically. It just all works out.
Y'all all gonna be looking at me like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. But it worked for me, so I just need you guys to listen. And I need a moment of silence for this one. It's really not that real, but the last one is that you need to forgive the person that hurt you.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say some crazy shit.
A lot of people be like, oh, fuck that. I hate you. I want nothing to do with him. I hope he rots. I hope he dies. I hope his next girl fuck him over. Like, that's just a lot of negative energy being pent up inside of you, and that's just a lot of negative energy that's not gonna help you get over the situation. That you need to purge all the negative energy out. And by the way, guys, forgiveness is from God. He's gonna want you to forgive your ex-boyfriend. So you really need to take the time out to sit down, forgive yourself for letting it happen to you, because you let it happen to you, and forgive yourself for whatever he did. Because if you don't forgive yourself, you're just gonna keep beating yourself up. You're gonna be angry at this person, and that anger is just gonna make you hold on to it. Because every time you see them or see them with a new girl, whatever, you're just gonna be like, fuck you, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point. It's really no point. So just get over it and just forgive the person. And I'm telling you, once you forgive them, you're gonna feel good. Like, you know what? It's okay. He hurt me, but I'm humbled by it, and I'm over it. You know, I forgive him.
I hear you with the whole forgiving thing, but I damn sure ain't forgetting shit. Tell you that much.
I did not say to forgive.
No, I'm just saying, because like, to me, like, yeah, it's good to forgive people, because like you said, forgiveness is from God, is what God wants you to do. But every bad relationship or every breakup, let's say, because maybe the relationship wasn't completely bad, is just a lesson for the next relationship.
Of course.
So then you
can't forget it.
Exactly.
Of course, it's a lesson still, but at the same time, what you just need to do is forgive.
Oh, let me say this. This is not a point about how to get over a breakup, but since we're on the topic, I just feel like I should say it. A lot of times, people, especially females, when they like get dumped by a guy, or they end up having to break up with a guy because he did some dumb shit in the relationship, they sit and blame themselves, like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, or what
honestly,
did I not do?
Everybody does that. Well, I don't know if everybody does that, but even I did that though. Like, you start to reevaluate yourself, like, what is it that went wrong? And that's why you have to forgive yourself as well.
Yeah, but my thing is, it's like, people always think that they're the problem. Did it ever occur to y'all that the person is the issue? Like, they have a personal problem and they just deflecting it on you? Like, you shouldn't take that and make it, but you're, something bad about you, something negative about you.
Right, you're absolutely right.
I'm just saying. Right.
So now that we're done with our 3 points, we want to address something that was from not this video, but the video before that had to do with when it's time to cut that bitch off.
Yeah.
So someone wrote us and said that pretty much they have a friend and their friend has a child, and the child is her godson, right? And pretty much she's being used by the mother of her godson to be like pretty much a babysitter. Like whenever she wants to go out with her friends, mind you, she's hanging out with those friends and you're not part of that circle.
Shade.
And it would be a situation that she's pretty much only hitting her up when she wants her to babysit her son.
Shade.
And she pretty much wants to know, like, how does she deal with that? Because the mother of her godson is pretty much a fake B, and obviously it's her godson, so she doesn't want to, you know, cause a situation where she can't see her godson and be a part of his life. So I'm just gonna give my point of view on how she should deal with it, and then I guess you could give your point of view on how you would deal with it. Yeah, so for me, that's just something that you really need to address. You need to go sit down and tell her, hey, you know, I really love your son, and you know, I thought we were friends, but you feel like the way you've been doing me is kind of dirty, and I thought it was better than that. You know, approach it from a kind of like, you know, we girls and I feel bad, like, you know, maybe you could find somebody else to babysit so I could come out with you guys, you know, like invite yourself from their little, whatever they're doing at night that you have to be watching her son. But yeah, something like that, and see where she comes from. And if it persists, then honestly, I feel like you're just gonna have to just cut her off. And if she bars you from seeing your godson, then it's just that L you have to take, because I mean, truthfully, if she cuts you out of his life at like by age 3, he's not gonna remember you anyway. He's not gonna remember you anyway. So,
but anyways, yeah, that's how I would approach it too. Except I would probably add in a little bit of how disappointed you are that you feel like your friendship has kind of gone to the wayside, and that you want to work on getting it back together. Which is now where you can interject about inviting yourself to go out with them and stuff like that. And I would then monitor the situation for maybe like a month or 2 and see if there's improvement, or if, you know, she falls back into old habits. And unfortunately, if she doesn't, I mean, show appreciation for you as a friend and as the godmother of her child, then sorry to say, but you're gonna have to cut that bitch off.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Cocktails and Conversations. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And every time we ask you guys, please let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yes.
Please let us know what you want us to talk about. It was a struggle to find a topic this week until we remembered that someone said to do this. So
yeah. So definitely leave us some comments below and let us know what are some topics you'd like us to talk about in our next Cocktails and Conversations.